Alright, hello everyone. Today we are gonna talk about the top tier advanced dungeon characters you need to clear 4-star and 3-star advanced dungeons. Probably 4 stars are what everyone is shooting for right now because they're really hard to beat. And you need these kind of characters to clear them. If you haven't gathered them yet, you should gather and try to focus on those characters because those characters will help you grow and help you get more better characters, and you can get stronger that way, like stronger and stronger like that. So today the first character I'm gonna talk about is Morrigan. She's in the top tier right now for DPS. She's tier 1 no matter what, because she is probably the best DPS for 1v1 or vs 1 person. And also self buff, berserk mode when she dies, when she reaches, plus resurrection. Well, it's like resurrection plus berserk mode. So if she dies once, she will resurrect with berserk mode. So it's good when you are in a dungeon like Decane. If you die once because you messed up or something, you can resurrect and finish him off. So that's good. And also, her second skill, debuff enemy. It's also good when you're against like I don't know, Christian. He has like a buff thing, and you can just use second skill to debuff his critical rate and attack damage buff and everything. And she's also good in arena because of unable to resurrect. Yep. So, and great leader skill, fire characters plus 40% attack. That great leader skill, she has a very good leader skill because you can basically make any deck and put like 2 or 3 fire characters, and they still get plus 40% attack buff no matter what other characters are. So you don't even have to have like 5 fire characters to get those buff. So that's why she has a great leader skill. So keep that in mind. Morrigan is top tier. And she can be used for the pretty much many dungeons, like Siege Dungeon, Decane, Sinclair, also because she can finish him off in the last hit. And she just does massive damage before the Sinclair goes enraged. So a lot of advanced dungeons you can use Morrigan. Alright, so that's that. And the second hero we are gonna talk about is Rue. We're gonna talk about from the top tier to lower tier. So, alright, Rue is in Honorable Heroes. Of course, I don't have Rue, and because I don't know this stupid game. Anyway, Rue is top tier. She looks like this, and her skill is like getting mad and that so Ru is a top tier because of her healing effect is pretty good, not bad, but not the best healing effect actually. But still, she has a good healing and she's a support character. But what makes her really OP is the enemy shield debuff. Shield and buff, erase. That's more accurate, I guess. So her first skill can erase the this one. It's like cleaning. It's actually like cleaning the buff and shield. So if you see this, inflict damage and 35% chance to remove one debuff. So, and it actually hits like 3 characters, like 2 adjacent enemies. So, you know, it's really good for erasing the debuff. And also, allies debuff. What? How do I say it? It's like, oh, okay, abnormal status. Cleans. So she cleans the abnormal status for one abnormal status for all allies at the end of the turn. It's actually pretty OP passive to have for support. Very good. And what else? And resurrection, of course, plus cooldown decrease. So she can resurrect and decrease all the cooldown, reset all the skill cooldown for resurrected characters. So if, for example, if she just resurrects Ramu, she can resurrect like 2 more, and at the end, Ru will be resurrecting 3 people. And it's just OP. It's just, you know, what more do I need to say, right? It's really good. And she can be used for let's see, seed, pretty much many dungeons, as well as arena. Seed, Christian. Is it with K? I think it was K. And what else? Decane, Sinclair, pretty much every dungeon that, you know, except Taiyo, I guess. Or Taiyo, yeah. She can be used in really a lot of dungeons. She's probably the best support there is right now. And she's also amazing in arena. So anyway, that's true. Tier 1. And the next tier is gonna be Ramu. Of course, I'm pretty sure you're in love with Ramu also. She's a hybrid character, but also really good support at the same time. But she isn't as good as Ru. That's why we are gonna give him 1.5 tier. She has a mass healing. She heals everyone in the team by 10%, I think, at the end of the turn. And complete resurrection, complete self-resurrection for full health. and also resurrect 2 allies. And she can resurrect 3 allies at 6th level. Skill level. So if you increase her 3rd skill by 6, she can resurrect 3 allies like this. It's pretty OP. Probably one of the top 1 support hero. And that's why she can be used in so many contents such as Taiyo. Taiyo is also good content to use. You can use in Decane, and if you use it with Ru, it's also really good because Ru can resurrect Ramu and Ramu can resurrect other 2, and it's like go and back and forth. So resurrecting everyone in the team all of a sudden, but yeah, it's really good, really good. So what else? She can also cleanse status 2nd skill. Yep, that's basically it. Used for Taiyo and any other. Taiyo, maybe Decane. Because Decane and Sinclair is not that hard dungeon to beat. Maybe Kali, maybe not, because yeah, maybe not Kali. Alright. So that's it for Ramu. Very good hero. And the next one we're gonna talk about is Ruby. Yeah, well, Ruby is really also really good. She's good in arena also because she can basically erase all the buffs of the enemy character, like I mean all the buffs of attack hero because of her passive, Ruby. 1.5 tier. Because look at this, her passive. 80% chance to remove defense and attack buffs at the end of the turn. I mean, that's something crazy. So at the end of the turn, she can remove like as many buffs as she can, but it's 80%. It's pretty high percentage. She's good because her every attack is single targeted. Also self-healing when hit. Self-healing and cooldown reduction when hit. Wind type leader skill is also really good because it's 60%. Must have for Taiyo dungeon. So if you have Ruby, you can just put 2 Cordelias to beat Taiyo dungeon. Yep. So if you don't have her, or if her level's really low, you should you should grind for her, I mean. So it's really good. I forgot to write down cleanse buffs of enemies. Yep. That's what makes Ruby one of the top tier character in Advent Dungeon as well as Arena. Yeah. So let's talk about Claude though. Claude is this guy who brings like a coffin to every fight. Let's talk about Claude. I say he is tier 1.5. Good both in arena and advent. One of the best tankers now. Probably only tanker that can oppose him is probably Electra, because Electra is pretty OP too. And team healing, because of her third skill, Dirge Ghost Girl. And spirit trait. This is why he can hear his own teammates. It's very good in advanced dungeon if you're running low on health. The only thing that's bad is you have to get him to really high HP and tankiness to actually use him. But very good use on every content in the game. Yeah. So used for Christian. I don't know what else. I really haven't used in many contents, but and you can, if you are running out of the tank, you can also use in Taiyo if you don't wanna use Cordelia. Also Taiyo dungeon, you can use him as a tanker if you have a high additional HP increase or regeneration. Taiyo, let's see what else, and more. I'll save and more because I haven't used in other advanced dungeons yet. But he's really good tank anyway. Okay. Yeah, he's must have for advanced dungeon. Let's go to the second or next character. Okay, next is Lifa. Did I miss Lifa? Okay, there she is. She's like a Indian Native American girl who is, basically wearing nothing. But Lifa, I just got her by the way on last row. Tier 1.5? No, hold on. I guess 2. Tier 2, Lifa. She is hybrid, healer and tanker at the same time. And taunt, buff. She can also taunt people, as well as her second skill is buff. It's one of the best buff in the game. And if you increase by 6, it becomes twice more. And it's OP. 40% damage decrease and 40% critical strike damage and attack. It's whew. Like I can't describe how good this buff is. It's like super good. I mean, imagine 40% attack and critical damage and decreased damage. It's like tanky and damage at the same time. Anyway, always survives at the end and deal more damage. Oops. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. She is the must-have for what dungeon? Was it the sheet dungeon? Yeah, sheet dungeon. must have for shit dungeon. I can show you because shit dungeon is open right now. Party info Lifa. If you have Lifa in the team in shit dungeon, yeah, your team will increase attack by 100%. Or Lifa's attack by 100%. Huh. I didn't know that. But anyway. Yeah. But I heard you should have Lifa if you wanna clear shit dungeon. Not sure why, I haven't tried yet. I have like level 50 Lifa, but I've been hearing other people say that. Okay, go back to the codex because we haven't talked about everyone yet. And they are considering Taiyo the new OP hero. Taiyo, oh yeah. I have like 6 enhanced Taiyo right now. Taiyo, tier 1.5. Probably one of the best DPS after Morrigan. Morrigan is number 1. Taiyo is probably number 2 in Advanced Dungeon because great DPS, single targeted third skill with stun. Because of this, he does really good in what is it? Christian phase. Damien can be stunned. Is it Damien or Damian? Okay, you get what I mean. But so that's that. And what else? First skill is OP. Does tons of damage. And easy to level up because he's freaking Taiyo, and you just clear Taiyo dungeon to get him. Okay. And people are saying he can do more damage than Morrigan because Morrigan does like one hit damage, third attack, and she does like tons more. But this guy does like first skill attack like over and over and will deal more damage over time. So, you know, more damage over time. So he can be used for many dungeons, like for Christian, probably not shit because it's a wind character. Christian Decane, Sinclair. What else? Yeah, I can't think of much, but she's good. He's good DPS. Yep. Anyways, and he has really good critical rate and critical damage. Alright. So did we talk about Electra though? Where is Electra? Is he here? No, here it is in Marvelous Hero. Did we talk about Electra though? Because Electra is also 1.5. Electra can spare tier 1.5. First tier tanker as like Claude. Must have for Sid and Carly. So if you don't have Electra, you might have hard time doing Sid and Carly dungeon because she's the must-have, and she can deal damage with burnt enemies. Tanker. She and her passive is Burning Scale Fire Incarnate. It gives you second skill Fire Incarnate plus allies damage immune. It's a very useful skill for some advanced dungeon because they deal like a ridiculous amount of damage sometimes. And great fire team leader skill. And what else? She can also do attack debuff because of her third skill. A 35% chance to decrease 30% of attack for 2 turns. If you have level 6 of this, 60% chance for 3 turns. So that's gonna be OP if you have him. Yup. I know. Yep, must have for advanced dungeon. If you don't have him, her, try to get her. I don't know how, because I don't have Rue. Freaking every time I think about Rue, it's like, oh my god, I need her so much. Anyways, that's Electra for you. And the last character we gotta talk about is Sid. Sid is also an advanced hero. Oh no, it's actually second last we're gonna talk about. Hold on, 1 second. Yep, it's this boy. He doesn't look that strong right now. He's like, he has a book and he has like 1 blind eye. But this guy is pretty OP. Tier 1.5 or so. I'm just talking about really important characters for advanced heroes, and then I'm gonna talk about less important ones, okay? So, why is Sid so good? Why? Because damage immune buff. That is gonna be what is it? Oh yeah, this one. 50% chance to acquire 1 fluttering feathers when using a skill, 30% chance to grant immunity to allies with the lowest HP. So if you have him, you can use it to survive your lowest character. Well, I need to get this. Because I haven't read carefully what he does actually. I'm just reading it out loud for you guys. Grants damage immunity to all allies for 1 turn and increase blah blah blah. So okay, so he can resurrect, and then he can grant immunity to all allies. Oh, okay. Resurrection. And I think her second skill gives you cooldown reduction to 1 turn. And this can be OP in many ways because usually the advanced dungeons have characters, if you include them, you already get 1 turn cooldown decrease. So this cooldown will be 3 turns. and you give 1 turn cooldown decrease, and it's like go back and forth, and you can do a lot of stuff with that, a lot of cooldown decrease with that. Cooldown decrease for allies. Cleanse debuff. What else? And third skill is just 1 ally resurrection and decreasing cooldown by 1 turn. So I say self resurrection and third resurrection plus cooldown reduction. So you can use this in many good advanced dungeons, like such as okay, hold on, let me read a little bit. Anyway, he's a good hero. I'm not sure where you can use him. I can try to figure out now, but okay, let me actually try to figure out now. Or maybe Christian. You can use him in Christian. You can use in Kali. You can try to use in Taiyo, because Taiyo is water. Anyway, Shield is also good. And the last character must have for advanced dungeons. Guess who she is? Our goddess. Cordelia is the next one, and the last one you should have in advanced dungeons. Although she is, there is a 2 L's, 1 L. Cordelia. Although she is SR, she is 1.5 tier because she is must-have for Taiyo. You cannot beat Taiyo dungeon without Cordelia, unless you have like all 6 enhanced characters for all characters. Like, unless you have really good spec, you need Cordelia to beat Taiyo dungeon. And you should beat Taiyo dungeon because Taiyo is also a really good character. Yeah, that's right. Can beat Taiyo just by herself. You don't need anyone, because you just put her and Ruby and you can clear them like although it will take like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But if you level up second skill by 6, damage immunity by 2 tons. What I mean by this is this pure grace second skill. If you level up everything, and it's not hard because she's SR, it gives damage immunity for 2 tons, and that's really OP. And it gives you shield for 50 for 2 tons. I mean, imagine that. Basically, your team doesn't die for 2 tons. I mean, how OP is that? What else? Top tier 1 tanker. Count. Not good for arena though. Used for many advanced dungeons that requires tankers. Yeah, and it's really easy to get. That's why you should, get him. Yep, that's it for all the characters you need to get advanced dungeons. And let's see what else. And anything else from here is you can get, and it could help you in advanced dungeon, but you don't have to. So other like tactical allies. Karen, very good healer, very cute, but if you have Rue, you're better off using Rue instead of Karen. And it's like tripping over. It's like, oh. Anyway, and Esna is also top tier DPS because her third skill can do mental shield, and it works on some characters like Taiyo first phase you can work this, and it will do half of their health, which is really good. You can make the clear time really short. What else? Deimos is also good because his third skill gives you Veil of Phantasm, which makes your character evade attacks for 1 turn. If you level up to 6, 2 turns, but it's useful if the advanced enemy is gonna deal, tons of damage to you in 1 turn. You can just evade them. Anything else that I missed? Murdoch can be used as a tank, but third tier, not really good. I don't know about these guys because they're advanced dungeon. I don't know about Nyx. I haven't really used Nyx, but I heard she's good sometimes. So what else? You can use Surdic in Seed Dungeon, I think. You get like the cooldown reduction, but I don't suggest leveling him up to level 60. It's not really worth it. And Ellie can also be used as DPS if you want. And she can, take a nap and increase attack by 100. So she can just do, some burst damage. Anyway, so that's it for the characters you need for advanced dungeons. I'll stop talking now. But if you haven't subscribed yet and pressed like, you can do that. And please follow us on more Nice Chronicle.